Hello, welcome to this channel. This time I want various ways to retouch players in sports posters. Enjoy watching the video. First, you select the photo you want to retouch. After you select the photo you want to retouch, you can select the image to remove the background from the photo to make it easier for you to retouch the player's photo. For the way you select the photo is free with your wishes. For a quick way, you can use Canva or search the background removal web to make it easier for you to remove the background. But if you want to keep using Photoshop to remove the background, you can subscribe to my channel to know how to quickly remove the background neatly without having to use additional applications or the web. Because for the next tutorial, I want to make a video tutorial to remove the background quickly and neatly. Convert to Smart Object. Then select the object with the selection tool. After that, you do a layer mask on the object. Create a new group. Input the object that has been layer masked into the group. Change the position of the layer mask to the group. Go to Filters to apply Camera Raw filter. For the basic settings, you can follow the following settings. Only by using texture and clarity. You can also customize the basic settings yourself, but I recommend that texture and clarity should not be more than +20, so that the result given are not too excessive. Next to curves, you can also follow the following settings, only by using highlights and shadows. For the curves itself, you can customize according to your needs and desires. But you can also have to pay attention to the player photo too, because if you set it excessively, it will make the photo bad. Next, for details, you can use share penning like in the video. You can also customize this setting, but my suggestion is that the sharpening should not be more than 40. The last one is the color mixer. You can follow the settings I have provided. You can also adjust the color mixer settings to your liking. But don't set it excessively, so that the results displayed are in accordance with the wishes you want. You can see the difference before changing it with the Camera Raw filter. Has more texture than before. Then you can add a selective color on top of your player's photo layer. For selective color, you can customize it yourself. But if you want to follow like in the video, that's fine. Then you can go to Select and choose a color range. Change sampled color to highlight to select the bright part of your photo player. You can reduce fuzziness to only 16% and increase fuzziness to 25%. For the range, you can reduce it to 100% and increase it to 190. Press OK and then choose the exposure. You can shift the exposure to the right to make the selected part brighter. For the exposure number, you can follow the settings in the video. You can also customize it according to your photo player. You can see the selected part becomes brighter than before. Next, press your photo player, then select the color range again. Change highlight to shadow. For fuzziness and range settings, you can follow as in the video. For the range, you can customize it, but it cannot be lower than 45 and cannot be higher than 125. For fuzziness should not be less than 14% and should not be more than 30%. Then press the layer Selective Color to make the shadow on top of the layer Selective Color and select the exposure. You can shift the exposure to the left to make your photo player dark, which will produce a shadow effect in your photo player. For the exposure setting itself, you can customize it according to your wishes. Then create a new layer. Then go to Edit to select Fill. You can also press Shift plus F5 to select Fill. Then change the content to 50% gray. Change the blending mode to overlay. Then you can use Dodge tools and Brush tools. Dodge tool is useful for lightening the object that you brush with the tool. This makes your photo player brighter. For the Dodge tool, you can brush it on the part you want to make lighter, or you can also brush it to make the dark part light. While the Burn tool is useful for making objects darker, this makes your photo player darker. For the Burn tool, you can brush it on the parts you want to make darker, such as shadows, or you can also brush it to make light parts darker. For the opacity settings, you can follow the video, but if you want to set it yourself, it's okay. I use 15 to 40% for the Dodge tool and for 10 to 45% for the Burn tool. Use the Dodge tool for the light parts and the Burn tool for the dark parts, like in the video. You can also use the Burn tool to strengthen parts like sweat to make them more visible. If you have completed this part, you will get a result that is better to look at and can also blend in with your background. Next, we will add a few more settings to make the image stronger. These settings are optional. If you want to follow them or not follow them, it doesn't matter. Add levels to make the object darker, and use settings like those in the video. You can set it yourself according to your wishes and the photo player you use. You can see the difference. If you use levels, it will make your player darker. Add exposure and follow the settings as in the video. Invert layer exposure by pressing Ctrl+I. Next, select brush and choose white color. Brush on the dark part to make the shadow effect stronger. Next, add vibrance to make the skin color a little more faded. Follow the following settings, or you can customize it yourself. Then you can add brightness, contrast to make the player photo part more integrated with the background. You can customize it, or you can also follow the following settings. All done. See before and after you retouch. You can see the difference. Your retouched image looks stronger than the previous one. Thank you for watching and following the video from start to finish. Sorry if there are shortcomings in this video. Subscribe for more video tutorials. Thank you.